So here it is, and as you can see, the material has been surrounded by this hardware cloth. You can see the hardware cloth comes down here, and I've screwed it in place. It's bent, you know, you can see how it's bent up, and then comes across here, bent up. It kind of bows out because of the material, and comes up here, straight across, and back down, and across here.
Well, in the beginning you saw my first iteration, which was the square shape. Now that worked, and I soaked the material in water and put it up in place behind the fantastic fan, and it did lower the temperature, but I wasn't satisfied. I said I can probably get more out of this than this square block that I have. I need to get more surface area evaporating and creating more cool air. So this is design number 2. I reformed the hardware cloth, and then I set the material inside the hardware cloth in a tube shape. Now it's not perfect, it doesn't need to be. It's fine the way it is. I'll probably, because I'm OCD, I'll probably make it more equal in its roundness. But essentially, it's just a tunnel. It's like the tunnel of love with the little boats on a summer day, or Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland, where you go into a dark tunneled room and it's cooler than it is outside, and that's because of the evaporation of the water taking place. So this tunnel effect is going to, one, create way more surface area than I had before, and two, it's going to allow more airflow because the fan isn't being blocked by a brick. As we all know from our big vans, we don't get very good mileage because it's like a flying brick going through the air. It's not very aerodynamic. This is going to allow water to flow into the pad and be evaporated through a relatively low resistance cylinder or tube. And the downside here is here, my little reservoir that I bought at Home Depot. One, this isn't waterproof, so if I tilt or move from side to side, water will splash up the sides and leak out, which isn't too good in a van to have something like that happening. So because I will be driving with the evaporative cooler having water in it. I'm not going to take time to drain it every time I decide to go someplace. So this needs to be watertight. That means I'm going to actually have to create or fabricate a tank to sit this material on top of, which is not outside of my skill set. It's easy to do. I got some material and I'm going to be doing that. But proof of concept so far, I saturated this, put it up behind the Endless Breeze fan, and cooling was way more efficient. I don't have one of those point and shoot temperature guns. I wish I did. I might get one just to test this and see how many degrees of cooling I'm getting. But so far this looks like the way for me to go. And so I'm going to fabricate a tank for the bottom, and proof of concept, it works. Now I just have to mechanically make it leak proof and functional these little pieces of plexiglass. I was thinking about doing it on this, and then I just said by the time I fiddle around with all this, it'll probably still leak, and I'd be better off just building a tank. So that's what I'm going to do. And the tank will actually have sides. This will be set down inside of the tank on and have little shoulder sides on it. That way, any water that goes down, I can direct back into the tank. And internally, the tank will also have baffles in it, so the water won't slosh fore and aft or side to side. It'll be limited to how quickly it can move back and forth or fore and aft, which will keep the splashing down to a minimum. And baffles are common in gas tanks and all kinds of tanks. So I just have to kind of trial and error, build some baffles inside, which won't be too difficult. I have plenty of material to do it with. So that's it for now. Just wanted to kind of get an update on what I'm doing with the air conditioning hole that I have up there. And of course in wintertime, I'm going to need to just block that area off entirely. And that's a simple thing of just taking the fan down and replacing it with a panel that's insulated. So I'm not going to worry about that until this fall or winter when I need it, because for the time being it's nice half in the open air, and I like it. So I know you probably won't find this video helpful because it's not really complete, but it's just an update. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully this thing will be up and running and you'll get a real good idea of what it looks like in place. Stay tuned.